proceedings for this morning. Imam, you have the floor. If you can offer prayers, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين وإن تستفتحوا فقد جاءكم الفتح نصر من الله وفتح قريب وبشر المؤمنين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس مالك الناس إله الناس من شر وسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Amen. Shukran, Imam C. Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Lord God of mercy, of grace, of compassion, and of love, we bring before you our brothers and sisters in Basse, the Upper River Division, whose markets and business area have been burned down by fire yesterday night. We ask, Lord, that upon your compassion you look kindly upon all those who have been affected, the corporate institutions, the Brikama Area Council, the business community, and all who have been affected by that fire. Lord, we pray that you will make provision for the restoration of the things that have been lost, so that the people will be able to gather their life together again and to live normally. We continue to pray as we sit here in the TRRC that the witness that will appear before us, Lord, will speak the truth and nothing but the truth, and that you grant the commissioners the discerning spirit to be able to decipher between truth and falsehood. And we continue to ask that you will grant patience the whole populace and members of the diaspora, so that they will allow the due process of the law to take its course, and that justice belongs to you, and you alone will deal with it in your own way. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Bishop, for that prayer. We do join you as a commission in expressing our sympathies to the victims of the fire disaster last night in Basse. Council, if we are ready with the witness this morning, let's proceed, please.
Yes, Mr. Chair, and I must add, victims of fire disaster in Balangar as well a couple of days ago. Our sympathies and with them. Mr. Chair, we're ready to proceed. May I ask that the witness be brought in, please?
I, Ousman Jammeh,
nte Ousman Jammeh
Nte Ousman Jammeh.
do swear
mbenkali lako
Mbenkal lako.
I'll speak the truth,
mbetonyale fola
Beto nyale fola.
the whole truth,
tonya damma
Tonya damma.
and nothing but the truth.
nte fem fola mem manke tonyati
Nte fem fola mim manke tonyati.
So help me God.
woto alama ala yendema
Koto alman ala endema.
You may be seated, please. Good morning, Mr. Jammeh. Welcome to the TRRC.
ansul ko isama Mr. Jammeh ibe bismilandila TRRC.
I noticed that you opted to speak in Mandinka.
I would like to do my profile in English, the conclusion in English, but the rest of the deliberations in Mandinka.
I thought you were going to do it in Serer, considering that
The greater majority of the people cannot speak Serer.
just listen. Just hear me out first. Let's allow for 3 seconds between our speeches. That way our speeches would not overlap. We've never had a Serer speaker. Well, no person testified in Serer before the commission, so I would have thought perhaps you would be the first one to do so. And but anyway, we would not have had an interpreter to assist. So you are off the hook. Mr. Jammeh, at some stage, depending on how things go, if in the event we think that your choice of language would lead to significant loss of time, we may ask at some stage that you switch to English. That is just for the purposes of time management, of course, and I hope that you will indulge us should in case that becomes necessary.
That's all right.
Thank you very much. I want to discuss today some issues that you have outlined in your statement. First, we would want to talk about your biographical information, the various positions you have held, and also the genesis of the problem that culminated to your arrest and detention. Interpreter?
Follow mba follow la ite fangola kibaro lela itulum jumati anim fanan kachabe tente na hanfo ngata futa dinkirato dame yalonko wala keta ila kulu lanyati hanfo wato men ibite mutala ke arrest anim fanan katenten hanfo wato men ite ate mabo ke sindidula kilingoto.
Of course, you would understand that there were lots of disagreements in CRR where you worked.
Akotumandolo ifon sakrosi ko kanwali jamale tarta CRR tundola ndel kafu jele janjambure tundo ko ibota kalama nyamin ko ifon yalong.
And a lot of fighting between various factions of the rice producing community in that region.
Aning mani senelal la kafungulu da mangulu ila kanwalio ni la nyokelo o fanan tata nyamin tumandolo o fanan mukule tume yalong ko isibo akalama.
This hearing, it is not about who is right and who is wrong in those communities.
Nying sedearo amanke ko ibe nyine no masata la juma to nyabe jumale bulu wala jumale mantara to nyakan wo molu da manglu tema o kafolu men yalonko ibe otundo kan.
In fact, you would appreciate that there was a high court judgment about those same problems that were litigated in that region.
Ni hakilo bakan kito ketale akola men keta high court na kiti bunda ba nyindo wo kolu la men keta wo molla o kanwali olti da manglu tema kito nyin keta akola le hanfo akona ta la nyama.
This commission is not here trying to address those problems, which community was right or which group was right or which group was wrong. That is not what the commission is here to do today.
Nying commission o mantara jang puruka jube wala ka noma sata tonyabe jumanyol le bulu wala jumanyol le mantara silo kang nying commission o mantara wo noma sato nyin no kang puruka o kolu bo nyoto wo jama mulu da manglu tema menube utundo kang.
This investigation today concerns the violation of your rights as an individual.
Bi CDRO betilin na menna wala mu ita kungo ye nyanta tinyalu menu laita kungo kang bitun kobe wala noma sata la ka jube ita la nyanta tinyalu munimmunamo.
Our focus is the violations of your rights as a public official who was carrying out his duties.
Na nyatili nyamu nyineti ko itabe do ko la mansale bitun wo kang inata nyanta tinyalu menu le kang adu woyatara ibela do ko le tamandi kam mansa yebula do ko menna wo nyanta tinyalu ibe wolle jibela.
We are not concerned whether you acted properly or improperly during the time of your tenure.
Ntel mantara jubela fanang ye kolu menuke fo atilintale anin silo tata fo amantiling anin silo manta ila taro wucheo kono je ila do ko kono.
What we are concerned with is how you are treated by the government of the day, whether your rights were respected as an individual or not.
Ntel la jube robe kalamenti bi wolemu man sakunda membe keri nungo timu ye kolu tamandi nyadi le hanfo ite tarta kono nyamin ila nyantolu tinyata nyamin anin kolu menu ketela ibe wolle no masata la ka jube pour ke bo nyoto ka lankenama.
So I hope this would help us situate the conversation we're going to have. At least it maps out the contours of what we're going to discuss.
Ko to ngamira na nyindia mo ntenite abe silo tala le me ya lon ko wole be kolu be banke la kolu menu be ko nyin kono atata nyamin anim fanan kofum wala minim ni lankena mo lu membe be ko kono pour kawlu be la banta ay Sénégal.
Are you ready to proceed, Mr. Jammeh?
Mr. Jammeh foi paretale bang pour ka damuta.
Yes, I am.
In Mandinka?
Yes.
Oh, aka paretale.
What are your full names, Mr. Jammeh?
Mr. Jammeh ito ani konto mumuneti.
Ndetomu Ousman Jammeh.
My name is Ousman Jammeh.
Date and place of birth?
Iwuluta lunjumale aning iwuluta mintole.
December Karotil Tang 1962 le wuluta 19 Lancaster Street Banjul.
10th December 1962 Lancaster Street
Banjul.
in Banjul.
Tell us where you grew up and where you went to school.
Afanyen yela dindi yake mintole foka men aning itata karambu to mintole.
Brinde wuluta 1962, 1968 mfama ni mbama saunta ikafoda mienum pipeline. But mbetembo minto sa inkafile Canifing South.
I was born in 1962, and in 1968 my parents transferred to Pipeline,
Where they now call Canifing East.
Canifing South.
Canifing South.
All eyes ila back.
Close to all eyes, very close to that place. I see.
And where did you go to school?
Tata karamula mintole.
Ngenna dindiya beke Canifing South, ntada St. Teresa's Canifing Primary School, Canifing.
I did all my childhood in Canifing South, and I attended St. Teresa's Primary School.
Canifing.
Tell us the years and your progression in your education.
Afonye o kanyanta sanjuma nyol lefame aning ila itata nyato nyadi le kabuka ila karola karola kabo palasto kata palasto.
Ning hakilo bakang 1972 lom.
If I can recall, in 1972,
Kata 1978 kang.
going up to 1978,
Mbota wata ntata Muslim High School.
I left there and went to Muslim High School.
Ntata je for 1984.
I was there till 1984,
Njita wakaramut.
and I graduated from that school.
Biringo wakaramungo bang.
After completing schooling there,
Ntata ngawatindin si ngawatindin doku.
I worked for a while.
Mbata woto ntata Gambia College nge higher diploma keje in general agriculture.
I then enrolled at the college and had a higher diploma in agriculture.
Okay, from 1992 to 1993.
That was from 1992 to 1993. After I left there, I worked for a short while.
University of the Gambia.
I left and enrolled at the University of the Gambia.
2001 kata 2005 kamba 2003 ngakaroban.
I was there from 2001 to 2005, but by 2003 I had completed my schooling.
So in say 2005 kata ma ben karango jombot graduation.
I returned in 2005 to take part in the graduation.
Could you explain that? What's responsible for that hiatus of 2 years? You completed in 2003.
Yeah.
Why was the degree only awarded in 2005?
Ako wucheo, usanjifula wucheo, mome ye karangu bang 2003. So saya ngana takenya dile hanfo, imana ila makamu dile for 2005.
Karango nyemu sanjinani karango de.
The program was for 4 years.
Warbutung semester wa semester dol don tege course taneta wala course say wala course konondo ngabang. Wala ngabang jun.
But during that time, in every semester, sometimes I took 10, 8 or 9 courses, which was why I completed earlier. At that time, you were not forced, but now you are obliged to take only 6 courses.
But was it the case that even if you managed to finish earlier than scheduled, your degree would not be awarded until the scheduled time?
Ako fo hanim bi wotumo ko le larinten hanni yela karango bang itela makamo dile la ila karango tukumo yemen soto fo hani fo itele wato mel londi fo wotumo ko le be wala nyama bang
ikela kaitol soto min boko coming ye mantal min soto ye min soto la karango ko kaito dile bar butum pour que na fo dila butum fay mo be batu.
You had your certificate to indicate the level of education that you have attained, but you are not given the heart to indicate that you have actually accomplished that level.
Not certificate, you have your transcript, not certificate. It's the transcript you have access to.
You're given the transcript, but you're not awarded the degree until the scheduled time when all other students in that class would have graduated at the same time. That's what you intended to convey, right?
Correct.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's proceed. And what did you do after 2005? Perhaps before then, what was the qualification?
Ako janiwo bu fangu fola ye makama jumale soto Gambia la University of
nge development le karang and agriculture. It was an honors degree.
I studied development and agriculture.
It was an honors degree.
Proceed, please.
Birim bota woto nseta do gudla nge do ko ke dantang.
After I left there, I returned back to work. I worked for a while.
Not makoro so pour kata karang wala tubabudu.
Then I got assistance to travel abroad to further my education.
Ntata University of Bradford.
I went to the University of Bradford.
Iruwa doku.
Development work.
And project tapoto nyangol karanje.
And project management. That was what I studied.
That is development and project planning, MSc.
When did you graduate?
Ye makama take wati jumale.
Ntata je 2006, njita 2008.
I went there 2006 and I graduated in 2008.
And tell us about your work experience.
Ila loko la karola, ila londo, ila jero, ila fahamuro wo satan yeslamba.
Yo, Brinjita Muslim High School, 1984.
When I graduated from Muslim High School in 1984, I spent a whole year seeking for employment.
Vegetable garden
At that time, we lived in an extended family and we were engaged in vegetable gardening.
We lived in a big compound and were engaged in vegetable gardening.
After I did that work, I had vacancies being announced by Action Aid Gambia that they wanted teachers. So I applied and I was accepted in.
1985
They enrolled me in 1985. They took me to Same Pachonkin.
MID, but MID not, but science CRR not.
That time it was MID not, but now it's CRD not. CRR not. CRR not.
Not. What more action area karandu dati, but imam for the primary 6.
That time Action Aid started a school, but it was not up to the 6th grade.
When for the Pachonkin primary 5 ta nita the primary 6 pre la common entrance.
When I arrived at Pachonkin, I moved with the 5th grade to the 6th grade, and then they start the common entrance.
There was some common entrance bidol beje de nila university degree lo mitole fon le place over attendre la kodo si attendre.
Those that I took for the common entrance, some of them have university degrees. They are now in bigger positions and are earning more money than I am currently earning. That time, while I was at the school, we used to encourage each other with the students with regards to gardening. Action Aid then saw the need to move me to another place.
1987 yen Samba Kunting, Same Kunting.
In 1987, I was moved to Same Kunting.
Eko karamuntan nimfulakata Same Pachonke katabo kir uldi around Kauru. Nte nyanta wo karamuntan nimfulo be supervisor le motorcycle chika yadinda.
Kabomindo.
Same Pachonke kata kir uldi around Kauru.
They said 12 schools from Same Pachonking to Kir Ulde in CRR that I was to be responsible for all of those 12 schools. They had school farms where they grew coos, groundnut, and they wanted me to encourage the students to be involved in the farming of these and also poultry farming.
For 1990.
I was there till 1990. I noticed that the people that I went to school with were going for further education, and then upon their return, they were moving ahead of me in life and advancing. So I thought to myself, I said, then I have to adjust my education.
Higher diplomatic Ministry of Agriculture.
That was what led to taking that higher diploma in agriculture.
1993, I started with the Department of Agriculture.
In 1993, I started work with the Department of Agriculture.
1993 in Samba North Bank region.
In 1993, I was posted at the North Bank region. I was taken to Karawan first and then to Yalal Tankunjara.
So when you decided to go to Gambia College, how long was your education there?
Gambia College. Ye wati jelle kije.
1990 to 1993 na education nga po jel.
I spent 3 years from 1990 to 1993.
And then you came out with a diploma, correct?
I diploma sotong.
In which field?
Agriculture.
Allow
sorry.
Fanajumato.
In agriculture.
That's good. And it was as a result of that you got employed at the Ministry of Agriculture. Was it automatic, or did you have to go through the process of looking for a job again?
I applied. After I applied,
yen kumande.
I was called.
Data kavumi interview ndata nyinin ka kenjakande.
I went for an interview.
In Atanta.
And then I was enrolled.
Yeah,
and this was in
1993.
1993. Who was the Minister of Agriculture at the time?
Malem agricultural minister ti wotumo.
Nimanyina ngamira Omar Amadou Diallo.
If I don't forget, I think it's Omar Amadou Diallo,
commonly known as OJ.
OJ. Karen hakilo ba kan birimbe na diploma certificate dala na mbulo di nyola.
I remember when I was studying for my higher diploma in agriculture, we shook hands.
No, when I was being awarded my certificate.
Sorry.
That's what you meant to say, right?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Proceed with your employment history.
Sa isi tenten ila duko Kenya o fanan tariko fonyiba.
Yo butu yensamba yalal tankonjala.
Then I was taken to Yalal Tankula.
Tankonjala.
Where is that?
Obe CR naka be NBR le.
That is in NBR.
North Bank.
Amanjam fa Farafenela.
Not far away from Farafenni.
Just around Chairman. About
around Chairman, that's where it is.
Proceed, please.
Biri en Sambawoto.
When they took me there,
ikonyeko sanete senobunda karang be sambalange karafa mola oye tenteng.
Since you studied agriculture, we will attach you to someone so that education will continue.
Ikavo me district supervisor Trrc as trainee district supervisor.
I was under a person they call district supervisor as a trainee district supervisor.
Ngesanji kilinka woto.
I spent 1 year there.
Butung ke murung nin senelal ke kaca ni ke nyoyamar ni ke doko ke puye yurua ngoda woto sanji kili yen samba farafenya.
We were there going around meeting farmers, advising each other and sharing ideas with them to advance their farming. And then after 1 year, I was transferred.
Otumo officer dole sort of farafenya agriculture officer.
That time there was an agricultural office in Farafenni.
They took
me there, and I was there also for 1 year.
1995.
In 1995, they moved me again to Jara Jasong. The time that I was going there, they said that for 10 years, the camp that was there was unoperational. Because what they said was that the soil there was not good and anything you sowed there never grew. The day they took me there, I was to be posted there with 3 other individuals. I went there and I did not find anyone in the camp. Inside the rooms were dirty, they were smelly. The cobwebs were all over the place. I asked them who are here. They said there are 2 people here. There is one in Jasong, there's another one in Bureng. I told them, call them, we will spend the night, all of us here, if God wills it. They called them, they came, we undressed, cleansed the place, and we spent the night there. We spent the night there. I asked them about the land. I think at that time they were about 9 hectares, and they told me the soil here is not good. Whatever you grow here does not sprout, so don't even bother yourself. I said to them, I have heard your version, but I will also try and see whether what you say is actually what is what is in existence. I told them, if God wills it, this year we will grow koos, we will grow Beni seed, and we will grow groundnut. They listened to my advice and we started work. The place was nice. Agriculture had a competition.
Jaso ye mobe dang.
Jaso came first.
Iko kampo mi banko fata no awulutel ko de bang.
And they were surprised and they said, how can the camp that was dead, has it had a rebirth?
Mr. Jammeh, all this is quite interesting, and I'm
okay,
sure
I can continue.
that Commissioner Kinte is enjoying it. But we have to make progress and get into the more interesting things.
Yes, I understand.
Yes.
I spent 1 year in Jasong.
Yembo woto yen sound the Jinoi Agricultural Station.
I was transferred to the Jinoi Agricultural Station.
Ikonge mara banko topato nyalanga mi soil conservation.
They said that I should be responsible for soil conservation.
Aning fi famoliru wa crop production.
And crop production.
Butung senela karandingol wala senela dokulam regional beta butun nika nyo karandin nika nyo sembentu ya puru senosa yirwa ntakta wala sanji kili.
And the agricultural extension workers there, that I should be exchanging ideas with them and teaching them so that the agriculture in that area will be improved.
Ngemol ma ko tintila senoto ngemol ma ko garden senoto CCM balenda nin kujama.
We helped people on the gardenings and poultry production and other aspects.
Muka date sol jibe ba ke bar ngamira around 1999 en sawunde.
I don't look at the dates, but I think by 1999 I was moved again
Yensamba Soil and Water Management Unit Yundum.
To the Soil and Water Management Yundum office at Yundum.
University of the Gambia.
I was there, I think, for a year, and then I enrolled at the University of the Gambia.
According to your statement,
yes. There are so many dates, I know I will not be able to unless I look at them.
That's right. It was from 1998 to 2000 where you were at the Soil Management Unit in Yundum.
Munta kabo 1998 kata 2000 lom itarta soil management walem bankodo kunyati Yundum.
And you started your undergraduate studies in 2001.
Yela undergraduate walem ila makama karang ya damuta 2001.
And your degree was awarded in 2005.
Yela degree makamo dila in 2005.
Proceed, please.
Kwetenteng.
Yo. Mutum kontinenta dokola inatan samba Sapo.
I continued working, and then I was taken to Sapo. Because there is not much time, let me try to concise it for you. I worked there
2005 to 2006.
From 2005 to 2006. During that time, the Taiwanese were in the country. They chose me
counterpart.
That I should work with the Taiwanese and make them counterparts. So that whatever they were doing, I would be aware of it. So that the technical know-how that they came with here, in the event they left, I would be able to use that in operation here. To also with the Taiwanese teaching farmers and helping them out, we all did that. Leadership training also. How to manage things, that education also we did. And also to strengthen the rice farmers associations. I did that.
In 2006.
In 2006.
Monitoring and evaluation officer.
I was the monitoring and evaluation officer.
What moment Zakunda project Kutolo Mimandoku project was only Fanata Karala, what 2006.
In that same year, 2006, the government established a unit for rice production, and it was the same year that I went for my education.
What more?
At that time,
monitoring and evaluation.
I was responsible for monitoring and evaluating the project to observe if things were going well or not. If things were not going well, we put our efforts to ensure that things were going well. What is called correction, we will do that.
I continue.
Please proceed.
Question time.
For how long did you work as a monitoring and evaluation officer?
Walam ka kolu kontibo monitoring and evaluation. Ye wati jelle kewto.
Ngame vodrong ngadati 2006 le.
As I said, I started in 2006.
For owning karmotara nyola for project la fita banna wato menna.
That went alongside my schooling until when the project was nearing completion. Before the project ended, I was given a new position.
Regional director, yeah.
And that position was regional director.
And when did the project end?
Project
2006.
The project was in 2006.
Kata for 2009 mafanna.
Going up to around 2009.
Kata 2010.
Up till 2010.
Kata 2009 lentata was as regional director.
And in between, that was 2006.
Yes.
To 2008, you went to do your masters.
Yes. 2006 and in 2008, itatela masters makamo kebang.
That's true.
So upon your return, did you resume that same position or you were elevated?
Yo palas kilumule tabang fodu yela palaso chikandi sandole.
For 2009
I continued in that position up till 2009.
2009 le yantolo butu yan samba base.
That was in 2009. I was upgraded and moved to Basse.
Yenke regional director.
And I was made the regional director.
But hanim bimbulo mambo sapode.
But yet still, I was still handling Sapo. I was not the leader, but I frequented there from time to time and gave assistance. Because during that time, I was responsible for monitoring the project.
And what were your functions in Basse as regional director?
Briye samba Basse ila do kulu munleti kake tundo la director.
Kake tundo la director nke minju benu wotumo.
To be a regional director, what we looked out for during that time, that time you had people working under you, and you upgraded them on how the work is supposed to go.
You guide them.
Assistance they need in terms of money to carry out their duties, you were responsible for that. And it is that money that went into the fuel and other miscellaneous expenses. You were also responsible for coordination between that unit and other departments in relation to agriculture in the country. You also empower them in terms of accessing further education abroad. You did all this to upgrade them and to empower agriculture.
But were you later moved to some other region?
I was in Basse for a year. I was returned to CRR South in Sapo. I was there. I was project coordinator and I simultaneously held that position with regional director. That one also, the same work I did in Basse was the one I also did in Sapo. The only difference is that the rice production was more intense in Sapo than in Basse. That was there, and council, you will assist me because there's a lot of literature, and you just help me with the dates, and I'll be responding.
No problem. All the issues that subsequently surrounded your arrest and detention pertain to issues that happened in CRR, correct?
Hani fo ye muta fo ye sindi dula killing amunta ko be sabubuta CRR tundole kan
abumba sababuta wolto
Most of it was there.
Okay, we would come to that, but in the meantime, let's proceed with your progression in your career. In 2012, you were again moved to the position of Director General, to the Director General's office, rather, in Bakau. Could you tell us about that?
Akotonya mbina murula okanne akobari wati sotota inate samba yela makamu samba nyato walem 2012 ke samba Director General la office to Bakau akoye yew fo nyembang.
Imanna makamu wala fa biri ben samba la woto.
When I was being taken there, my position was not, I was not elevated.
Hanim bi regional director yala ben bulu.
Up till then, I was still the regional director. The challenges that were in Sapo was the reason for my transfer.
Because
what happened was that there was an organization in Sapo called Cooperative. It was a rice production association.
Yes.
We would come to those things. That's the genesis of the problem. Now let's just talk about your career progression. You were a regional director in CRR. Because of the problems in Sapo, you were redeployed to headquarters in the office of the Director General. When you were redeployed to the headquarters of the Director General, were you given another position?
I was not given another position. I was just a director. I was taken there and I was given a desk and I sat down. They ignored me. But I saw to it that at the stage I was in, I could do my duties without being told by anyone. I was aware at the time that the FAO, they brought a lot of materials, things like seedlings and fertilizers.
But before then, Mr. Jammeh, weren't you deployed weren't you transferred to chairman?
No, I was not transferred to Salmin. It was just mentioned, but that was the end.
Could you explain that? Wasn't it the case that you were transferred to chairman, but you refused to go because you felt that chairman was not a directorate position?
Amunta balanta le purkataje katu amunta yenyili jeko chairman wo dinkira wo makamo wo mantara director la do kokon
la vitamin senandila safero manke pour que samba ya fonye dal la ko la vitan samba la chairman ne ko chairman mam makamo so to makamo min bembul
I want to make this clear. There was no writing indicating that I should be moved there. This was merely said verbally. And I told them that what attains in chairman, I do not have the requisite know-how to carry out that task. I said my level of competence, the stage it was, I was not supposed to go to that place.
No, it's not level of competence. It is his grade. His grade is not the same as the grade in chairman.
Okay.
He was a director, and the positions available in chairman were not up to the level of director. Is that what you're trying to convey?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Then you tried to create, well, once you decided that you were ignored in the office, is that what you said?
Yes, that was what happened.
And then what did you do?
Office of Jeff nim molket kacha pour kaje ko do kole akol me office of ngaji bemba yiron la nyami.
In the office, I used to discuss with some people so that we will take care of some of the challenges that were in that office.
Inata fonye ko FAO fon la fita mo fulal la muli ya lonko isela jing jorangol janjandi no afke ferol landi animba abeto to nyami senela la karola.
Then they told me that, in fact, the FAO wanted 2 people who would be responsible for distributing the materials that they brought, who will be responsible for setting out the mechanism for these to be distributed across the country.
Director General of
The Director General himself told me that, and we discussed about it.
D'accord, ranka woto budun sa mo fana nyini livestock because cook fulal be nyito na mani sanol nin na nyin kunko tak senol. We
discussed that and we agreed, and I suggested to him that we should pick someone from the livestock because this is rice production and also livestock production. So myself and that individual, we took care of that assignment until we completed it.
Then
the Director General said to me that there was a vacancy at Kuntaur, that now we will transfer you to go to Kuntaur, to the position of a director.
That would have been in 2012, right?
Yes.
I'm in 2012.
I was there. I spent 1 year there. Then transfer came again.
West Coast region.
They took me to Yundum, West Coast region. And that happened because of a problem. During that time, the former president, it was said that he went to West Coast, but he was not happy.
Minister Kachada.
He discussed with the minister.
What more Minister Solomon Owens lady?
During that time, the minister was Solomon Owens. He said to him, nominate a director and take him to this place.
Honorable Solomon Owens and the
Honorable Solomon Owens called me and told me that we are taking you to West Coast.
I want to
I said, that's not a problem. Since it's a directorate, I can go there.
In 2013.
They took me there, 2013. I was there also for 1 year.
2014.
In 2014, they moved me to Cape and they said, now we are going to make you the Director General.
So you get Director General 2014.
So I was made Director General in 2014. I do not know why, but it seems 1 year tenure is too much in my life. I also spent 1 year in that position. Then I was moved again.
Ministry of Agriculture, permanent secretary.
They took me to the Ministry of Agriculture as permanent secretary. What I did there was not up to a year.
Deputy Minister of Agriculture.
They removed me and made me a Deputy Minister of Agriculture. I think I spent 3 or 4 months in that position. They told me, this is not your place. Wait a while, we'll transfer you to the prisons and you can taste that place as well.
To the 5-star hotel.
Yes.
That's the way my work panned out.
Yes, during
after that came to an end. After I left the prison, I was jobless. I sought for work.
United Purpose.
So an NGO called United Purpose announced for a job vacancy, and I applied, and they took me in.
2017.
In 2017.
We would come to that and deal with it in a little more detail towards the end of your testimony. Now, let's go back to your time in Sapo and the problems that led to your arrest. And let's look at it starting from the events of 2011.
2011.
Like I said earlier, we are not necessarily interested in which group was right and which group was wrong. That issue was litigated and the matter was finally decided by the courts. But we are interested in all those activities that form the background of what led to your subsequent arrest and detention. Now, could you start to talk about the events that led to your arrest? If you want guidance from your statement, you can start looking from page 5.
Page 5.
Better.
That's good.
2011.
In 2011,
Senelalu.
The farmers wrote the local government authority at CRR. They called us for a meeting.
Rice Farmers Cooperative Society.
At that time, there was an established organization called Rice Farmers Association. When the meeting was called, they said the leaders of the association, they were not pleased with them. They said there were reasons why they were not happy with them.
Because
that the association, that the things that were operating inside the association, they were not aware of those things. For example, the implements that were bought, when they are used for hire to work, the money that is gained from that, they were not aware of how that money was being managed.
When they are rented out?
Yes, sir.
Near plowing, for instance.
When they plowed, for instance, the income generated is never announced to them.
Declared.
It's never declared to them. The association also was there for a long time. And it was their laws that every year they will have an annual meeting, so that all the work that took place for the past 12 months will be discussed, and also the state of their finances will be discussed, and also the subsequent 12 months ahead will also be discussed. They said those things were not happening, and money was not also accounted for, which is supposed to be done annually. Those and many others, when those were enumerated there, so who the area council chairman was chairing the meeting, and he was representing the governor. He said these allegations you are leveling, the people you are leveling them against are not here. Don't you think we should move this meeting to another day when they will all be called to be present?
But Harry won the phone to Lenin agriculture office.
That aside, since this issue is an agricultural issue, I think we should go to the agricultural officer and we could discuss it there amicably.
Butung inata bengo kosi yawo modol be kumandi.
Then a meeting was rescheduled and the others were called.
Ibenata.
They all came
Kumala tariafe.
to make the thing short.
Bere nata butung nyulmi yalanko ye kole akoso ronko ko ala sata.
When they came, those that had the difficulties, I told them to narrate them.
Nkoye ko amanke kontede nkoye ko.
I told them to narrate.
Bere ye sata roke.
After they narrated,
Butu nyulmi yalanko ini wolle be nyola nkol fanenko ali jabiroke.
So these ones that were accused, I told them to respond.
Wol jamabe ko ne manson jabirola.
Many among them did not agree to respond.
Mi e jabiro ko bake wole ila secretary ila saferla.
The one that responded was their secretary.
Butung moto kadu kudo fanan kanyin kaye wala nyindi ko moto nyin alhalo be lari nyami wala kadu action de moto bale say nun troko min nyanda mano bolanda mando kullara ka sambela milo de pour ka tout.
One other issue that was under discussion was the state of a vehicle that was bought by Action Aid, which normally would pick their rice from the production site to their milling machine.
Nyindol ko ya wafile mamba kala may mala dalilo mi ne ya wafi.
These guys said they sold it and they don't know the reason why, they were not aware. These other guys said they will not speak until they accounted the association before they spoke.
In a sense, Mr. Jammeh, in a sense, there was a dispute among members of the cooperative as to how the assets of the cooperative were being used. And the use of the funds belonging to the organization. Those were the problems, correct? What efforts do you know were made in order to resolve this problem?
After they all spoke, we advised them. I told them you must handle this issue peacefully. Your cooperative has its own rules and regulations. You must operate by those since we all agreed to be bounded by those. You will also make effort. This general meeting, you also hold it since it is also part of your rules and regulations. Cooperative agricultural business since this is a cooperative, you will contact the agro business for them to come and account the association. When all those issues were discussed, that day there was agreement. We dispersed peacefully. Then we left, believing that things will now proceed in the right way. But in my own observation, the reason why things did not proceed as expected, that was when the National Assembly member came, because he was not present at the meeting. So when he came, I realized that everything that was agreed upon in that meeting, he changed. But despite all of that, they tried and called for a general meeting. They carried out an accounting process. They conducted an election. After that happened, these other guys refused to transfer power.
Which other guys?
These are the people who were running the cooperative. who said they would not transfer
It told
power
them executive members
because they were the executive members then.
during Kafubala Bengo Sita Yebondi.
During the general meeting, they were removed.
In a sense, you are telling us that during the annual general meeting, an election was made for a new executive.
Correct?
Yes.
And as a result of that election, a new executive was elected. Correct?
That's it.
The new executive members, were they the same or different from the old executive?
They elected new members.
And from what you have said, it looks like the old executive refused to hand over to the new executive.
Mo fololu menu bije nyaton kayala wolu balanta pour ka sembo sawundi kadi mo kutolu la yemenu tombon kutake
wala keta.
That was what happened.
But what was it that they refused to hand over to the new executive?
Mun nimmun kulle ya sabu ibalanta pour ka sembo sawundi mo kutolu
Ntol ngamin korosi.
What we observed,
National Assembly member mimbe wotu mo wala ko man doyaje.
The National Assembly member who was there at the time played a major part in that.
We would come to that, Mr. Jammeh. The question is,
Mr. Jammeh,
what was it that the old executive refused to hand over to the new executive?
Mina otole bari munimmu na beje nyin koto malu balanta pour ka men sawundi ka di kuta malu la e palaso di menula.
One other thing was said there, which was that that was when two ministers came there.
The women were very few. What was said there was that the women complained that very few of the women were part of the executive.
But that was at a later stage.
Yes.
That was when the Minister of Justice and the Minister of Local Government were deployed, correct? We haven't gotten that far yet. I just want to know that from the first AGM, in which a new executive was elected, you said that the old executive refused to hand over to the new executive. What was it that they were supposed to hand over that they refused to hand over?
The cooperative had materials such as tractors, such as power tillers. They were not ready to hand them over because there was an understanding that some of those implements were no longer there anymore. And so to transfer them would be difficult. That is just one issue.
How about records? Were the records also transferred?
Fen saferingo wala ku saferingo tubabol ka fama records hodum fanan fodum ina tawlu sawndile foy balanda fanan sawndile ya ila safero fanan kete bulnum ko ya ko wolti.
You know, their record was also a problem
ka do biring auditor nata
because when the auditors came
pour que safero soto nyulum bula kete ko ya ko wolti balantale,
for them to get any record from these people was difficult. They would not cooperate.
Near audit report or GB,
if you looked at the audit report, you will notice that they were also saying that
ila fita safero kulo min fana mbele ma soto no buli ka fole ko nyim mankitale nyim filtale.
That all that they wanted to get from them they could not, and they indicated that this and this were missing.
Do you record all fana samana office or fana?
And they brought also other records to the office.
Pour kala ndi yef hani jani nyul me pare la handing over.
To put them there until that time when these people were ready for the handing over. These were the records that the auditors got from them.
How about the bank accounts?
Ila bank kodi control dung wala keta nyadi.
Or the books of accounts.
Wala bukolu kodi kolu safeta menu bala.
Nga kala mutako balon kata wotole.
I was aware that there was a refusal on that aspect too.
Bank account
I think they had about 7 bank accounts, if I can recall. The auditors were asking them, why would you have this number of bank accounts? This is many. I cannot recall exactly how the transfers were done. But what I know, there was a dispute there.
As a regional director, were you directly involved in the administration of the affairs of the cooperative?
Tundo la director. Feta fam bulo tartawo do ko lu kono le menketa do ko lu nyim maranyani nga samba nyati menketa ila cooperative do ko hani ntemu ya marlalti je aninge silo itandila wala ntela do ko.
No, I was an advisor and also someone who shows them the way. That's my responsibility.
Was cooperative ni la vida bamba nyanda to la ifangol le bulu ise ya maroke watini watise silo itandila wala nyanda keleta do ko.
If you want to strengthen a cooperative, you let them run their own affairs, you only advise them and show them the way from time to time.
And how about auditing the accounts? Did the government or the Department or Ministry of Agriculture have a role to play in this?
Sai, kontibo Kenya do kubunda wala mansakunda wala bunda do sisoto men ya lonko wala nyanta okela. So dum fanan ketanya dile ko kontibo.
Mansakunda la do kolom luwali ya itandi nyamin kadu cooperative ya act soto.
Yes, it is the responsibility of the government as per the act.
Mansakunda la bunda me marali walanka hole agri business cooperative be wala koto.
The government department responsible for that is the agri business, which the cooperatives are directly under.
But min korasita wo fanando wol fanang mela do ko tamani ko be nyanda tamala nyawi tol fananke ya mankita le pour kata kata mol kontibo.
But what was observed is that they were not doing their work as expected. They failed in accounting the cooperatives.
Bawo ning hakilo ba kan sanji wora wala siletol fanam manta od la pour kata kontibo e mom senelal hakilo bulandi fo biring ñi modol wulta.
If I can recall, is for 7 years they have not gone to account this cooperative and also to advise the farmers until this individuals came. I am in possession of the act, and if you wish, I could hand it over to you.
But this meeting, the annual general meeting, in which a new executive was elected. Was it done according to the constitution of the cooperative?
Ya kele ka samba ni sartol la cooperative ni fon la sartol be nyami ya ni wala samba nyola bang
ya ni wala samba nyola ni la act nying.
Yes, it was in accordance with that plus the act.
Constitution of the act beje.
There was the constitution and there was the act.
Agri business le fana ya tamande.
And that was done by the agri business.
And how were these problems of this handover ultimately resolved? I am referring to page 8 of your statement.
Statement abole made sai pour ka kolu sawundi kabo karado kana karado wolnata laban nyaadi le hanfo ya kuobo nyoto
nyo sabo metale akobo kabo nyota kwaliata politiko le fana ya dadunje.
The dispute took a long time, and to resolve it took a long time because politics also crept in.
Because ñindol lote fayla ko ñindol ko altol mo opposition le ñindol control be APRC butung mazakunda e sembentu ya ñindol kele.
Because one group said that they were labeled as the opposition, and the other side also stood and said we are APRC, and they were empowered by the government to kick these ones out of office. So those that were labeled as the opposition sought the recourse of the law, and when they went there, the law examined the issue and ruled in their favor. But the law was not executed because those in politics, they were behind the political leaders.
Justice Ministry Sheriff Division handing over.
The Justice Ministry sent the Sheriff Division for the handover to take place.
But Mr. Jammeh, prior to this judgment, there were some investigations.
Yes.
You tell us about those investigations.
Department of Agriculture.
The Department of Agriculture.
Director General.
Their Director General.
I am Wakilin Tombo.
Selected one individual.
Ibrahim Jawara.
Called Ibrahim Jawara. He told him to go there to investigate the matter. Ibrahim went there. He called me. He said to me, I have come to investigate this matter because I have been directed by the Director General. I want us to bring these two groups together so that we could discuss, so that I can get information from them. I said to him, it's good. He said to me, but we will hold the meeting in your agriculture office. I said to him, there is no problem. Then he informed these two groups.
Because he first
of all began by asking me if I could inform them. I said to him, no, let me give you the telephone numbers of the two groups so that you will call them personally. He discussed with them. They all agreed that they will hold a meeting at the SAPO office. He said to me, I want you to be present, and I said, it's fine. The day came and we all got there.
The
old executive would not come. These other ones we were seated, and they did not turn up. He said to me, Ousman, these people have not turned up. Why have they not turned up? I said to him, I don't know the reason, but I think you should call them so that we will get to know what the reason is. Then he called them. They said to him, well, since it is SAPO, we will not come there because Ousman Jammeh is there. Because he is siding with these other individuals. He asked them, so where do you want us to go then? He said, then let's go to Visaka.
Visaka village savings lady have a training center The
Visaka is village saving, is at the training center at Brikamaba. That also, we went there with Ibrahim.
New executive nata.
The new executive members came.
Old executive manna.
The old executive did not come. He said to me, these people have not turned up. Do you know the reason? I said, no, I don't know the reason. Except if you call them. He called them and they said they needed a vehicle, that he should send them a vehicle. He sent them a vehicle. So we sat down there.
So this is the third request and they did not show up.
He did not show up. Then
they said to him,
ndoltina Visaka.
We will not come to Visaka.
Bari lafdam besita Alaji Haruna Mbaloya.
But I want all of us to go to Alaji Haruna Mbalo's place.
APRC la chairperson o membeje.
The chairperson of the APRC there. Then he said to me, let's go there. And I told him I wasn't going there.
Why did you refuse to go there?
Because man parenda dunna politico to mala fi politico na do kotinya.
Because I did not want to get involved in politics. I did not want it to spoil my work.
I told
them, if you called me anywhere else, which is not in line with politics, I will come. APRC la chairperson olam iko nyindol mu opposition nyindol fe nka ko temple bendi no la wota. I said, but to go to Alaji Haruna Mbalo's compound where one group has already been declared as an opposition, I will not go to such a place. I said to him, everybody has a right to belong to their political party of choice, but in your workplace you must not bring issues of politics there. He said to me, well, then I will go there myself and interview them.
And who said that?
Ibrahim Jawara, the Director of Administration of the Department of Agriculture.
And this is the person who was tasked to do the investigation.
Yes, he was tasked with the investigation.
New executive interview.
He said to me, I will interview the new executive here. I said to him, that's good. I will ask you personally what you know about the whole issue. I said to him, anything that I know about it, I will tell you. So these ones narrated what they know. I also narrated what I know. Then he went to the others, and I believe they also narrated their side of the story.
Ultimately, he produced the report, yes, didn't he?
He wrote a report.
The report of Mandala Director General, report of Kitantol Bele Nyola.
The report did not go to the Director General alone. It was sent to us at the same time.
Because I can email
because it was through the email and it was sent to all of us. When I saw it, I noticed that all the things I said to him were excluded from the report. I went to the Director General. I said to him, I thought you sent an investigator to investigate the issue. He said to me, yes. He said to me, but when he returned, he did not give me anything. He only sent me an email, just as he saw. Then I said to him, then all of you are in the same camp. Because if I send somebody and he returns, we'll discuss the issue first. I said, I will go and I will also respond to this.
So you responded to the report, correct?
Yes.
Because you were dissatisfied with the report.
Yes.
Were the conclusions or the recommendations contained in that report implemented?
Most of it was not implemented, but the only thing that was implemented was to move me from CRR. That one I am aware.
So were you moved subsequently?
Instantly, I was not removed. Because what happened is, all the two groupings, whoever did the writing would come to Banjul. One side will be saying Ousman has to be removed. The other side will be saying he will not be removed. But all of the problem was within Lower Fuladu West. All other areas of the region we are not involved. It was while we were there that these two ministers were sent out.
Local government minister, that
is the local government minister, Wajwara,
and Justice Minister Lamin Jobate,
and the Justice Minister Lamin Jobate. They sent to them. When they were being sent, I wasn't aware. But the region that I was in, I had 30 people who were spread across the region. So most of the time, nothing is hidden from me. Whether what they told me is usually the truth or not, but in most cases, I hear a lot of things. They said to me, 2 ministers came to Haruna Mbalo's compound. They spent a long time there, and they were there with a large group. After some time, they left for Janjambure. And they held a big meeting there. And they brought these 2 groupings together. Then they had a discussion. Whatever was discussed there, I did not know. I was sitting in my station and then got a call from the deputy governor. That is Malang Saibo. He said to me there was a meeting in Janjambure. And that brought these 2 sides together. Since you are the director here and this is an agricultural issue, they want you to be present here so that you can also get to hear what you have to say. I said to him, fine, I'll come. That was when I called the driver and we departed. When I got there, I did not find anyone speaking. They were already done.
Justice Minister Konyeko.
The Justice Minister said to me, the problems that are here, I want you to tell us what you know about it. So I told them all I knew from the beginning to the end. When I was ready, he said to me, the election did not proceed accordingly. This election, if anything, I annul it.
Was it within the power of the Minister of Justice to annul the elections of a cooperative society?
Minister la symbol kono de pour coopérative kafo ye la fansun carte fayo menke pour kawul burka ay symbol so leba
ani ndangal na kama symbol so dunga te fanga yalo na kama symbol.
No, I knew that he did not have the power, and he himself knows that he did not have the power. After he said that to me, I said to him, by what I know about this issue and in my own observation, the process was done in the right way. He said the recognition that the women are supposed to have in this association, they don't have.
Na vice chairperson, na women vice chairperson, Fatoumata Tarawale.
He said to me, a women vice chairperson, Fatoumata Tarawale, that 50 women came to her lodging that complaint. I said to them, this association is predominantly composed of women, and if they would not vote for one another, I wouldn't be in a position to vote for any one of them. And all the settlements here, each one of them have representatives in the cooperative, and I do not have the authority to remove anyone. He said to me, we will redo this election. I said, it's okay. So after all of that, we dispersed. We all went our separate ways. They set up a committee. So they said that they were going to go from village to village and discuss with the people about...
So during this period, considering that the mandate of the new committee has been terminated, and there was no handover from the old executive to the new executive, whose mandate has just been terminated. Were there any interim measures put in place to run the affairs of the cooperative?
fodum wucce bunda na talondile bang men yalon ko lebe cooperative ni na kunyalu tamandila jannim bunda babelola
woman soto
That was not there.
del kamin ken ke yamar lole di
What we did was to advise.
ko ko alla farol kono betinyala do ku manke
I told them your rice fields will get destroyed and no work is done there.
alnyanta kamben la fodo ko ka man sa kunda ani demar bunda le ko di jamale ke jang
You have to come to an agreement so that work will proceed because the government and development partners have invested a lot of money.
lu nyin ko do min be ke yang julolo man kal to damar nyim banko be la julolo
And the money that has been invested is our loans, and it's not only for you, it's a loan for the whole country.
ko albe CRR sa le bar mol min be URR be nyin julo jola
I said to them, you are in CRR South, but those in URR will also pay this loan.
moto fero nyande kele le kule topato ndal ko le fon
Therefore, there has to be mechanisms to tackle this issue. That was what we kept saying.
ning governor kachata
We discussed with the governor, Ngagne Touré.
Mr. Chair, perhaps maybe we should stop it here for the first break.
council ko chairman en ko bitum se lono janne follow nga daha follow nyinta.
Thank you, Council. And thank you, Mr. Jammeh. We'll take a 30-minute break. Come back at 12 noon. Meeting is adjourned.